clearly his choices in recent times have been very, very good and have not really been within the purview of the manager. So it's a system which is taking hold. But I gather Ten Hag insisted if he stayed, he would want to have choices. Now, I don't really know Onana. Is that also the name of Man United's goalkeeper? Is that his
Yeah,
surname as
they
well?
have the
It
same
is, isn't it?
surname,
Yeah.
And
Onana. They're
are
Ghanaian.
they related? Are they
No,
related at all?
No.
No,
it's a typical
no.
Ghanaian name. They are Ghanaian. But I
Right,
think
right.
Onana is Cameroonian. The
Okay.
goalkeeper is
Yeah.
Cameroonian. But that Onana is a typical Ghanaian name.
Yeah, Ghana.
Yeah.
No, so I don't. I've seen him. He's obviously a very good player, but I don't really. I've not seen him enough to really add any sort of comment about it.
Yeah.
But if the manager wants him, I guess because I do think Ten Hag knows what he's doing with players. And I mean, on the subject of what Femi was saying just now about the very few players who really are top notch, I would actually, despite the Euros performances by our players, I would still include Jude Bellingham in that category of being an exceptional talent. I mean, he's only, what is he, 21 or 22? He's
21, yeah.
incredibly, yeah, he's brilliant. And I would put him there. Mbappe, I think probably should be in that category as well, although I didn't think he played that well for France in the Euros, but that probably doesn't mean much. But no, I think if Ten Hag wants Onana, I think there's every reason that he's going to be quite good.
Mm. All right.
He's a
So,
good player. I think he plays for Belgium national team. Is Belgium. So he played in the Euros as well for
yeah.
Belgium.
Right.
Yeah, yes, it is. Yeah. Belgium. Yeah. That's correct. So Trevor, moving closer to home for you now.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace pushing
Yeah.
to sign Arsenal star, but new bid below asking. So, and this Crystal Palace, this player is called Emily Smith Rowe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Emily Smith Rowe.
I think he's good. I got to
He
say,
is
I think
good.
he's very
He
good.
is very good.
Yeah.
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 What?
I saw that and I'd be very happy if they get him. They're also, I hope and I think, on the verge of getting Sarr, Sarr, who played for Watford. There's another Sarr somewhere, but the Watford player, I saw him a few times and I went there to see Palace play and back at Selhurst Park. And I'd say Sarr is an excellent footballer. And I think he would be a very good addition to, I mean, I think he's like a winger, wing back, possibly from midfield. But
Yeah.
if they get him, that will be great. But if they get Smith Rowe, I think that will also be very good. I think so far that we've got a Japanese fellow whose name I forget, but he's supposed to be excellent as well. So yeah, I mean it's looking good. Palace seems to be on the up at the moment, and I hope we have a good season as we finished off last season. Obviously,
Yeah. So,
I think Smith Rowe or Sa might possibly replacement for Olise.
Elise, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah,
replacement for Olise. And either of
yeah,
them, very good. Very good.
both very good. Yeah.
Mm.
As I
uh,
say, I think Doogie Friedman, who's the director of football there, I mean, he suffered a lot of flack in the early years of his return to Palace as a director of football. But in the last couple of years, he's really come up trumps with some of these players who he has identified, often, below the radar as well. And they've turned out to be very, very good. So, yeah, I think these two will be a very good acquisitions if they do come to Palace.
yeah. Well, the next one is N'Golo Kante. Now, N'Golo Kante
Ungolo, Ungolo, Kante, Ungolo, Ungolo.
N'Golo Kante is set to return to the Premier League for West
Is
Ham.
he? Is
Yeah,
he?
for
Right.
West Ham. Now, what do we know about this player, N'Golo Kante?
A lot. And I used to cite him as an example for my kids. I said, it doesn't matter where you start from, just keep pushing, keep going. N'Golo Kante he started from a third division club in France. pushing, keep going. N'Golo Kante he started from the third division club in France. And every year, because the rate at which he performed and excelled, he kept moving up, moving up. He got to the first division in the France League, Ligue 1. And from there, straight to Leicester. Stayed 2 seasons in Leicester, I think, or 1 season in Leicester. Yeah, 1 season in Leicester. Won them the Premiership, straight to Chelsea. And he's been moving up the ladder ever since. He's a fantastic player. Some commentators say he's so fast. I've forgotten that how they coined it out. Yeah. He's so fast. And some of the coaches say he must be a twin because you see him in the opponent center, in the opponent's box now, and before you know it, when the ball goes back to your box, you see him. They say, "How did he get there?" So some call him. He must have a twin brother. So he's so fast. Although he's in his early 30s now, his pace must have been slowing down. But he's a very, very good player. We all saw him. He won 3 man of the match in the last Euros for France, or probably 4. Every game he plays, he wins the man of the match. He's so unique. He's so wonderful. He's a great tackler. He's a great passer. He's got speed. He's got strength. As small as he is, he's a fantastic player. And I see a reason why he might want to come back to the Premiership. I think the guy loves London. That's just it. Right. He loves London. And as at the time Chelsea shipped him out to the Saudis, he wasn't really ready, but they must have convinced him that, look, because he's a cool-headed guy. We need the money, blah, blah, blah. Go and try that, and probably maybe you come back. But if I was Chelsea management, I would have bought him. I'll bring him back.
That's good.
I wouldn't let West Ham get him. I'll bring him back to Chelsea because of his experience and his calmness in that team. And he's more, he doesn't talk much, but I see other players see him as a mentor. And they want to bring their standard of football up to his level because he's somebody, he's like a role model, somebody you look up to. Yeah. He's a good player. Yeah.
I was gonna say it was in the France.
He was in the France, and as I said, he won 4 man of the matches award for France in this last Euros.
Yeah, last Euros. Yeah, I remember that. Trevor, any comments on this?
Yeah, I think he's a load of rubbish. No, I'm only joking. In fact, Femi said everything. Femi said everything. It took all the words out of my mouth. I can honestly say I would have had him in the top 2. I'm thinking of De Bruyne as a midfielder. I would have had him in the top 2 in the Premier League for quite a long time. I've always been amazed, as you say, his speed, but I've never known a footballer who suddenly pops up everywhere. And as you say, it's like not a twin brother, like there's 3 of them, triplets or something, because he really does make up the ground. And he's one of those players, you can see it in his approach, his football brain. He's highly intelligent. He just always seems to play the correct ball. I've got nothing but praise for Conte. And I actually felt a real disappointment that he left the Premier League. I think a bit too early. I think he was far too early to go to Saudi. I mean, obviously, this is where they get showered with money. So in a way, you can understand it. But I didn't know there was talk of him coming back. And I'm really pleased that he is, because I think he's such an addition of quality to the Premier League. And if you say West Ham are looking at him, as you say, I'm surprised Chelsea didn't want him back, because I think he's a phenomenal footballer. And I guess he's one of those guys, maybe he will slow down at some stage, inevitably, but he's got the football brain which will overcome that anyway. He knows exactly how